I wanted to start YouTube as far back as 2018 and I never did. So I think that was like a very huge mistake because sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, if I had started then, I used to like imagine where I would have been right now. But you know, everything has a reason. Then the next mistake would be judging myself too much. I judged myself a lot. I used to ask myself, who was going to watch my content? Would anybody even want to watch my content? Am I even pretty enough for people to want to watch me? Do I even have an interesting life for anybody to want to be interested in my content? It was a whole lot of judgments. Like, I was just harsh on myself, but I'm glad that I have finally left that phase, and I'm just glad that I'm a bit softer on myself right now than I would usually always be. Definitely. I would either move to Abuja or Calabar. I've never really liked Lagos. Maybe when I was younger I did, because I remember staying in Abuja. Abuja was actually where I wanted to be based, but somehow I had to move to Lagos because Abuja was too calm for me at some point. I wanted the whole buzz, everything that comes with being in Lagos, and also because I wasn't getting a job, like I wasn't getting any job offers in Abuja, so Lagos was my surest bet. So I came down here. But as I got older and everything begins to just take a different turn in my life, I just realized that Lagos is not it for me, yo. Lagos is not. Lagos is just the means to an end, right? If I have my way right now, I think I'm going to just move to Abuja, I guess, or maybe just move to London. 101% yes, guys. Like, I'm such a temperamental person, even though it's something that has changed over time, but it used to be so bad. And living alone, just I think living alone actually helps me control my moods. Yeah, so I definitely enjoy it because I've learned a lot about myself. I've been able to understand myself better. There are times when I still get into those moods, but I just like the fact that I can deal with them myself in my space without having to worry about the other person, how they feel, how my mood is going to affect them, and all that. Also, because I am someone that is extremely detailed, I want to leave this thing here and come back and find it there. There is nothing in my house right now that I am looking for that I do not know where it is. And I like clean spaces a lot. All those things are just part of the reasons why I enjoy living alone. My space is just the way it is for me and everything. So yeah. So sometime in 2018, I had just quit my job. I was working with Zaron Cosmetics and I wasn't sure what I wanted to do next to my life. So I started writing. And then one day I had a conversation with my neighbor who was into tech as at then. So he told me about them building a website for a young girl called Dima Umi. I'm like, what? Why does she need a website? And he said she was a blogger and then she does YouTube and everything. I'm like, oh wow. I was fascinated. And then I had to now go check her out on YouTube and I saw her content and I'm like, oh my god, this is so nice. So you can actually just come here, create content. And the truth is, as at then, I didn't even know that they pay. It was just for the fun. Like, I thought it was meant to be just for the fun. So I just knew that, okay, this is what I wanted to do. And I remember calling one of my neighbor then. I had this very pretty neighbor. I just brought her to the room, set my camera, and we did one dope ass makeup. Actually, that makeup was really dope, but I never posted it. I never did, because after editing, I told myself that nobody was going to watch this thing. I think I already just self-sabotage even before I tried, and that is one thing that is not good, guys. If any of you is dealing with self-sabotage, I would advise you work on it because it's not good. It's really a killer. Like, it has killed so many dreams. I never posted the video, but I just knew that I wanted to do YouTube and I wasn't sure what exactly I wanted to do on YouTube. I think that's also one of the reasons why I delayed starting YouTube for a very long time. But anyways, here we are today celebrating 1 year. So yeah. The person that asked me this question, I'm tempted to slide into her DM to beg her to just help me do a rate card because I do not have a rate card. I don't know why I thought having a rate card is supposed to be meant for, like big influencers and stuff. But I currently do not have a rate card and I am working on it. I'm sure I'm going to have one very soon. I think you need to be sure that is something that you're ready for. Because truth is, A lot of people might make it look easy. Even I sometimes, I know you might look at my channel and think that it's easy, but the truth is I might not get to share all the, like crazy parts with you guys, so it's something you have to be ready for. Are you ready to shoulder the financial responsibilities? Are you ready to take care of yourself completely? Like, there's so many things involved with living alone, so it goes way beyond just getting an apartment and setting it up. You have to be ready for it financially, emotionally, mentally, socially, physically, like all the kali, you have to just be ready to live alone. So that is one advice I'm going to give you if you're trying to start up and live alone. I've lived in Lagos for almost 7 years now, like officially. So I think I have quite a number of experience when it comes to looking for an apartment, working with agents and everything. So it was a little bit easy for me to know exactly what I wanted, and then I had a budget and I worked with a very good agent. You need to watch the video I did about the apartment hunting, is on the description. That video also explains how I got my apartment. So regardless of the price and everything, I was still able to get my apartment and still work with my budget. If you're going to look for a house in Lagos, just have a budget and work with your budget, because no matter what they tell you, do not listen to them. You can get a house with your budget. The only thing is, if you want something a little bit more fancy, then you have to be ready to, just raise your budget up a little bit. But trust me, whatever your budget is in this Lagos, you go find house. You will get an apartment, that's for sure. I think the most daring challenge for me has been putting myself out there. I never really thought I was someone that was going to be so comfortable putting my life out on social media. It's just like I dared myself. Oh yeah, I dare you to try to just come outside, like put yourself out there and see what happens. So it was really daring for me to just put myself out here for you all to see me and what my life looks like. So yeah, that has to be like the most daring challenge for me as a YouTuber. So YouTube pays you according to the number of views that you have in a month and also your ad revenue, right? So once your channel gets monetized, you have to encourage your subscribers to watch the ad on your videos and not skip it. It doesn't matter if you're a small channel or a big channel. It basically just depends on how much your channel is able to generate in a month. Personally, I just tell people that for you to get started, just make sure you're ready, because the readiness is what will keep you consistent. If you're not ready for it, it just means that you post today and the next time we'll see is like 2 weeks later or 1 month later. And there's nothing as painful as being like gaining momentum on YouTube and then you just suddenly stop being consistent. It doesn't help your channel, it kills your channel. So if you're not ready for it, make sure you take out the time and be ready. But once you're ready, just set your tripod stand and record. Trust me, there's not too much ceremony to it. Also, I have a video that I did when I just started YouTube on simple things that you can do to get started on YouTube, right? I think I mentioned watching other people's content. I mentioned having an accountability partner. I mentioned starting with what you have. So I'm going to also attach the link in the description and also attach the link here so you can actually check out that video. The best thing for me is I have been able to understand myself 100%. It's just easy. Block out the noise, focus on yourself, work on yourself. Areas where you know you need to make adjustments and everything, it will be a whole lot easier for you. Also, living alone will teach you how to be disciplined. If you're someone that wants to learn discipline, you should try living alone. Trust me, you will learn it by force. Except you're just naturally someone that is not ready to actually put in the work. But if you're ready to put in the work, you will learn discipline, trust me. Before I started YouTube, I didn't have any activity on my Instagram page. It was just like a fun place for me where I can just check out things I'm interested in. So if I'm going to start YouTube again, I would consider building a very strong community on Instagram and TikTok, especially Instagram, so that once I start YouTube, I'll just drive them down to my YouTube channel. So I think that's something I'll definitely consider if I'm going to start again. Then for something I would not consider I would not consider niching. I know a lot of people will tell you, you have to find your niche, you have to find your niche. But the truth is, when you start a YouTube channel, it's okay to try a lot of things. Try this, try that, try this, try that. When I started, sincerely, I wasn't even sure I was going to do vlogs. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to, like put my weekly life out there, but eventually these things just started coming to me and I kept trying new things. And I'm even currently at the stage where I'm still trying to bring in new things, introduce new things to the channel. So if I'm going to start a YouTube channel again, I would definitely not niche down. I'm not going to do that, so that I don't limit myself to all the opportunities that are available to content creators. I think my most challenging moment was learning how to vlog with my phone. It was a bit easier for me to do sit down videos because all I needed to do was to put my camera in one place, sit down in front of the video, and just yap away, right? But when I eventually started exploring how to vlog, it was so difficult for me, especially because at some point I started putting myself under pressure because I would see lots of people that do vlogs getting different angles of them doing one thing in one spot, but you're seeing it from different angles. I was like, how is it happening? So it was such a challenge for me to actually understand how to vlog and how to get different angles and how to just make my vlogs look really nice and, like appealing to a very good extent. So I had to start learning. And that learning process was not easy, guys. There were times when I told myself that, see, I'm not even just going to vlog. I will just leave it. There's no need. Let me just be doing sit-down videos. You get? So it was really a huge challenge for me, but I knew I wanted to do vlogs. So I had to keep learning and trying and eventually we got it. If you're having any challenge, especially on YouTube, just keep trying, keep learning, keep watching other people, and try to also watch how to, like, videos that will show you how to vlog or how to position your camera and things like that. I think that would also help a lot. So this particular question now, I have a video that I am already planning to film to talk about how I've been able to keep up with consistency here on YouTube, because a lot of people have reached out to me telling me how consistent I have been and how impressed they are and how they want to learn the consistency. I'm just going to do a proper video and just put it out for you guys. For the sake of this Q&A, I'm just going to point out certain things that I think will help you pending when I release that video, okay? So the first thing I think is going to help you is every month you have to learn how to plan your content. I already know that, okay, every Sunday I drop weekly vlogs, right? It means that if there is 4 Sunday in a month, I have to plan for 4 weekly vlogs. Then every other day I can now decide what I'm going to do. It could be like a sit down video or any other thing. Then have days where you want to post. One thing I'm not going to advise you to do is don't come on your channel and say posting days and Wednesdays and Tuesdays. It's just going to put a lot of pressure on you. Come out of that mentality and just find what works for you and do it. Personally, I know that Sunday I must post. I didn't come on my channel to say every Sunday I'm going to post, but I've been able to keep up with that Sunday posting that a whole lot of my subscribers already know that they're expecting a vlog from Angel on Sunday. So whatever happens within the week, I can decide to post on a Tuesday or Friday or whatever. There's no pressure to post on Wednesday, post on Tuesday. I don't have that pressure. I think that's one thing that has also helped me stay consistent with my videos and editing and putting out content consistently. So once I finish filming the video on how to be consistent on YouTube, I think I'll come back to this video and attach the link up here and also in the description box. I hope that it's going to help somebody, and I hope that the person that asked me this question, Judith, I really hope that when I drop the video that you're going to see it. This question needs to be a separate video on its own. But I'm just going to break it down to just a few of the things that I currently consider as a huge challenge as a YouTuber. First thing for me would be creating content that I think people would like. I'm not so sure what my subscribers would be open to. So it becomes a challenge for me to try things, right? I just tend to overthink it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it to make sure that it's something that will be consumed properly, So that's definitely a challenge for me that I'm working on, which is the main reason why I have told myself that I'm just going to try different content, like a lot of different content will start happening on this channel. So I'll just take my time to, you know, decide, okay, these are the ones that are getting more views and these are the ones getting less view. Then I can now filter them out. You get, so that's, I think I just gave myself a solution. But that's one challenge that I'm trying to sort out. Then the next challenge would be vlogging on my phone. Guys, it is so challenging because first of all, you have to vlog with your front camera and you don't know what's happening. Just like this video that I'm recording right now, my camera stopped at some point. Let me even check to be sure that this camera is still rolling as I'm even saying this thing. Okay, it's still rolling, but my battery is low. You know, so my camera stopped at a point and I didn't even know. I just kept yapping. So it's really challenging when especially when you're doing sit down videos. I cannot wait to invest in a camera because it's going to help me so much. And another thing I consider a challenge is creating thumbnail. One of the things that would always get you views on YouTube has to be a very good thumbnail and a catchy title. And guys, getting a very good thumbnail is not easy. There are times when I'll be done editing my video and it's time to upload. I would probably take like 3-4 hours trying to get the perfect thumbnail. I'm just so glad that my sister is someone that has been able to come through for me. So most times when I'm done designing, I'll just send to her and say, oh yeah, madam, help me pick one. You know, so getting a very good thumbnail is actually not easy. And I'm sure a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers probably also go through that challenge. So I have a lot more that I'll probably want to talk about, but these three are like the major things that sometimes when I think about, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, so first of all, thank you guys for all the questions. So all of you that sent in questions, I'm so grateful. I'm also grateful to have you guys supporting and cheering me on. This is just going to be the beginning of greater things on this channel. And for all of you, my subscribers, because one thing I believe is for the fact that you guys are here with me, supporting me, cheering me on, definitely good things will keep happening to each and every one of you. God will keep coming through for all of you in different areas of your life. We've done 1 year already. I think for every time we clock an extra year on YouTube, I'll do another Q&A just to celebrate the milestone. So yes, we have officially come to the end of this video. If you watched up until this point, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in my next video. Stay blessed, fam. Bye-bye.